Hi everyone and welcome back. As I take a look at the UFO episode Conflict, this is a showdown episode between Straker and Henderson. So, the story starts with a space vessel above the Earth's orbit and it's checking space junk. Any junk that is deemed dangerous, it fires a limpet mine at the piece of space junk, and in turn that piece of space junk is destroyed. Any junk which is deemed not dangerous is just logged. And this is what happens to the second piece they come across, but unfortunately they are not aware of something else. That something else is an alien device attached to a piece of space junk. Now, back on Earth, Straker visits Henderson at the Astrophysics Commission, and he demands that all space junk be removed because it is dangerous to the Shadow organization, because Shadow uses space a lot. Henderson, of course, gives him the usual excuses: manpower, money, etc. and etc. This annoys Straker, and this really gets the ball rolling of this episode, this power play between these two characters. Anyway, a pilot takes off from Moonbase to return back to the Earth. Little does he know that his fate has been sealed by this alien device. As he approaches the Earth, it is picked up on radar. Something has been picked up. The device has detached from the space junk and is heading towards the lunar module, and it then goes under the side of the lunar module and sort of hooks up with it. The object of it is to change the trajectory of the lunar module entering the Earth's orbit to a much steeper angle, and that's exactly what happens. The module is forced down at a much steeper angle and it's plunging towards the Earth, and at the last second the alien device detaches and it's too late for the module. The module is lost because of the steep angle and it explodes. This, of course, shocks everyone in the Shadow organization. And Ed Straker has another meeting with Henderson about this, and they have another bit of an argument, and Henderson eventually sort of turns around to Straker and says, "Look, I want your report on this incident, blah blah blah. Many factors are in play here," but he issues one command to Straker: Washington Square. Now, Washington Square is a complete shutdown of all lunar traffic. This really annoys Straker, but he goes along with the order. Now, at this point of the story, Straker obviously thinks it's pilot error, and nobody is aware that the aliens have put this device in Earth's orbit to cause this disruption. But Foster is not convinced. He thinks Maddox is not responsible, and he is about to break the rules. So Foster breaks the rules. He takes off in a lunar module and he follows the exact path that Maddox took. He is told by Freeman to return. He ignores Freeman. He's picked up by Shadow headquarters, and Straker gets onto him. "You've gone too far. turn around, and he ignores Straker. At the point of re-entry, Foster activates some sort of detection device aboard the module. He also changes his angle to a much more shallow angle, which actually saves his life. So once again, the alien device detaches from the space junk, it attaches to his module, and it goes through the procedure in trying to force Foster down. And it does to a point. But fortunately for Foster, he regains control of the module as the alien device detaches, and he makes a safe landing back on Earth. Well, I say safe, he's picked up obviously, and then returns to Earth. So Foster and Straker meet Henderson. Henderson throws the book at Straker, and he effectively says, "Your days are numbered. You're finished. You're through." So, the evidence. Well, the first piece comes in. It's the log of Foster's flight. Nothing in it to suggest that there's anything out of the ordinary. So the second piece comes through, and that is what Foster did with the radar, and they've got their evidence. Yes, that has shown something is up there in orbit, hiding in the space junk. Now, Straker now assumes, well, this doesn't make much sense because it could be eventually detected and destroyed. Shutting down lunar traffic, no, there's got to be something else going on. So Straker does a lot of deep thinking, and eventually he realizes. So, to make the illusion work for the aliens, that is, because he sends out 3 of the interceptors, or all 3 should I say, to destroy some space junk. And of course there's a UFO now heading towards the Earth. It gets through. Foster picks up Henderson to bring him back to Shadow headquarters. And this is where Straker confronts Henderson with what the aliens were really planning, and that was the destruction of Shadow headquarters, a UFO with very superior firepower. But fortunately, Sky One saves the day. It intercepts the UFO and destroys it. Yeah, so this is a really good episode. It's a real power play episode between Straker and Henderson, the way they're having a go at each other. And of course you've got the Paul Foster factor in there as well. And yeah, it's another good one. And on that note, have a great day everyone, and I'll catch you on the next one in due time. Bye.